One of the best productivity tools that I've come across comes down to one simple question. How connected are you to your creative flow? Traditionally, we've thought of productivity as how much we get done in a certain amount of time. And we think about time as being equal. 1 hour here equals an hour later on in the day. But that isn't actually how productivity works. We know that there are times where we can get a lot done in 1 hour. And there are other times where things are just feeling stagnated or you feel stuck. There's a lot of noise in your head, there's a lot of interference, and you just don't get a lot done. One of the kind of metaphors that are helpful for us to start to consider when we look at getting shit done would be, how connected am I to this creative flow? How much interference is there going on right now in terms of noise in head, things kind of being played over and over again in our mind? And a kind of nice way of looking at this is kind of like the bars on your phone. There are times where you just have no service, no bars on the phone. And at that time, you typically don't want to be investing a lot of effort into that big project that you have on your plate. You're just not going to get very far. And then you can have 1 bar or 2 bars where you probably are okay to do some administrative stuff, some kind of mundane tasks. But again, that creative flow isn't as accessible as when you have 3, 4, or 5 bars. At 3 bars, you can probably start doing some more creative tasks, but you're still, if someone gives you a bit more to do, you might get overwhelmed. You're kind of okay to get done what's right in front of you, but anything else might kind of bring your access to that creative flow back to 1 or 2. And then at 4 and 5, you're kind of in a groove. You can get more complicated things done. You can tackle more and more. This is the time where you can really focus and get a lot done in a short amount of time. And so when you're looking at organizing your day or looking at what comes next in terms of what you tackle, it might be worth asking yourself, how connected am I to that creative flow? How much interference is there in my mind right now? How noisy is it? How preoccupied am I with other things that is almost like static on your phone? It's almost like the bars have gotten further down, and that's totally normal. We're never always at 4 or 5 bars. We sometimes have no service, and that's fine. Time for rest and rejuvenation, or a cue to go for a walk or to do something like check in. You'll know what to do in those moments. But this is a really interesting tool to start incorporating into your day-to-day. How connected are you to your creative flow?